Um, so I talked a little bit yesterday about an anxious heart. Uh, and it's this feeling that we have this lack of peace, this lack of ease. And I don't know, it just kind of got me thinking about like, what would it look like to have peace and ease and joy with what was coming in the future. And so I kind of dug in, and here's where I kind of ended up, right? The reality is that one of the reasons that we experience fear and anxiousness and anxiety is because we don't believe that we've done what's necessary to achieve the thing that would give us ease and peace and joy. I'm gonna say that again, right? We don't believe that we have done enough today so that we can achieve in the future the very thing that we believe will give us the peace and the ease and the joy, the success. And the reality is that what we have today, it didn't happen today. Things don't happen this second. They happen from a series of choices, a series of actions, a series of my Siri is going crazy as I say series and series, but it's all of these things that add up together that get us to the point that we are today. If we're faced with financial crisis right now, it's because we didn't plan for the situation of today, right? If we are faced with a health challenge today, it's because we didn't do something, or we did do something that got us to where we are today. So here's my question, right? What would it look like if it didn't matter whether coronavirus was here, right? That our lives were good and our friendships were great, and we were happy and joyful and all those kinds of stuff. What would it look like if it didn't matter who got elected in November? Right? That the president wasn't going to dictate whether or not you were happy or not happy, right? Whether you were in joy and peace or whether you were living in dis-ease. What would it look like if in Christmas you didn't have to worry about gaining or losing the 30 pounds of extra that we're carrying? You follow what I'm saying? So what I'd like to do today is just really quickly walk through a few steps that the high performance leaders are going through to ensure that they're preparing so that for the future, so that they can live in the current and the present without disease. Okay, think about this for a second, right? I want you to enjoy peace, not stress and anxiety, right? I want you to experience ease, not dis-ease. Follow, right? Because the fear and the anxiety, that is not what we're here for. So number one, we got to identify what the finish line looks like, right? So I need to know what it looks like to have a business that isn't dependent on the economy or who's president for it to succeed, okay? So I need to know what that is. That's my finish line, numero uno. Number two, I need to have a plan in place that between now and election day, I know what I have to do or not do, okay, in order for me to be at that finish line, right? And number three, I need to be committed, and don't laugh at me, okay, but I need to be committed to actually doing it, okay? Because like I get it. Well, yeah, but we know, like I know that if I intake X number of calories, right, and X many grams of fat, and I expend through exercise this, I know what my outcome's going to be, right? So if I want to gain 5 pounds or lose 5 pounds, it is a math equation. Like I got this, right? And yet how hard is it? Pretty hard, okay? So commitment. And then of course, the last is tracking the actions that are part of my plan so that I know that that I'm doing the necessary things, right? Make sense? So let's go through that again. Understanding what the goal is allows me to take peace in what the finish line is, because I believe that oftentimes people live in dis-ease and in anxiety because they really don't have a clear picture of what the finish line is. Okay, so now I've just created the finish line. I know exactly where I'm going, right? Know exactly where I'm going. Analogy, I jump in the car, I'm trying to get to grandma's house, but I have no idea where grandma's house is. Am I stressed out? Well, I'm probably stressed out. Having the plan that you believe in is going to give you the peace that you know how to get there, right? That is the directions. And I'm like, oh, all right, so now I get in the car and I'm headed to grandma's house. I know exactly where I need to make a right, where I need to make a left. Okay, got it. And then committing to it gives you the peace with the struggle of the discipline. Okay, it's going to require willpower. It's going to require discipline. I've committed to it. It is interesting. I know I've shared this story before, but with my father, he could not quit smoking until suddenly he had cancer. And boy, you've never seen somebody quit smoking so fast. Tracking your actions gives you the peace that you did exactly what you said you were going to do so that you could achieve exactly what you said you were going to achieve. If you will follow those 4 very key elementary components, but they're hard. If you will follow them, you will live in peace. You will eliminate the fear. You will eliminate the anxiety, and you will eliminate the disease. There are 7 key areas that I spend my time, and from a coaching perspective, if you would like to know what the 7 key elements are, you can direct message me disease, and I'll make sure that you get that so that you can apply those same 4 principles to the 7 key areas of your life so that you can actually live the life that you were destined to live, one that is full of peace and joy. Have an amazing day.